Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hawkeyes offense takes the field. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He looks that one in nicely. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Back to throw, it's McNamara. Fires to the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Release to the back. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looking to move it through the air. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly complete. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. The noise level is relentless here on second down. The play-action fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Buckeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. To throw, it's Howard. Just a short pass to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Iowa has the ball back on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
To the air on 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. How about that heads-up play? You're coming out of the backfield, and all of a sudden the ball's in your breadbasket.
Yeah, how about that? Just seeing the ball tipped up, deflected in the air. The running back's like, all right, I'll take it. I'll make the catch. That goes down to the stat book as a catch.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. To the air, it's McNamara. Coming after it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And no sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Slings it. And the ball is intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Here comes the offense on first down. To the air, it's McNamara. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Iowa!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it at the 25. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Judkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wide out in motion. Back to pass, it's Howard. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Keeps the legs moving. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Leaves it with the back. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's third and goal. Fires to the end zone. Grab near the sticks. It's Tate. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll run it to the right side. Makes one man miss. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Looking for a man. It's McNamara. They're working that left side. Tackled, but he has a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Gill. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more first downs. They just got 2 first downs. A couple more first downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive drive.
Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The aerial assault continues. Gets it out fast. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lachey. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Got the back over the middle. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.